All right. So you guys have, thank you, Lauren. You guys have this document in your course. You can download it. One of the most important things to remind yourself of is that this is a template. That means you can add things to it. If you want to take some stuff away, you can, but I wouldn't advise it because we've already intentionally taken as much away from it as we could so that all we are left with is the most simplistic way that it still works. Simple equals scalable. All right, so we want to talk about the culture, the mission, the core values. Notice here, I love getting signatures. Why do you think, somebody type in, why do you think that getting signatures on these pages is important? What does it allow you to do?
Ownership, accountability, commitment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Great job.
I'm going to tell you this right now. It also keeps people engaged. Just like how Lauren and I will ask you guys to raise your hand. We'll ask you guys to jump into the chat section. It's interactive. It's not boring. You have to do the same thing at your summer camp orientation. You got to keep these people pumped up.
It also
let them sign it.
It trains them also with how they're going to be communicating and talking to the kids that they're working with. Right. So if you're going back and forth, if you're standing up there and you're just talking at them the whole time and there's no engagement back and forth, they're going to be withdrawn. They're not going to hear any of the information that you're actually going to be training them. And then they go, oh, what do we do? I don't remember us talking about that. And you're like, yeah, no kidding. You don't remember because you were thinking about playing Minecraft when you got home. So, or whatever it was that you do. But anyways, Fortnite. I don't even know what's popular. But anyways, so when it comes to that, you have to go back and forth. But also, it's really good for you to even explain what you're doing. Like, hey guys, so really quickly, all right, see how I just raised my hand and I had you guys raise your hand? We want you to do this with the kids too. So throughout this entire training, this is going to be a perfect example. I want you to pay attention to the things that we're doing during this training. And that's going to help them, again, with the kids.
Mark and Cindy Myers just saved their seats. What's up, guys?
Congratulations.
All right, so I want you guys to look at a couple things here. I'll give a blanketed statement that literally everything in this document that's in front of you is equally important, but there are some things that you may need to spend a couple extra moments on so that your coaches, especially the new ones, fully understand what's up. All right? Attendance. Feel free to take notes on this. Attendance is important to discuss. Time off, also very important to discuss. Sick policy, important to discuss. Another one here is to make sure that your team understands that there are student to teacher ratios that are mandatory. So depending on your state, it might be anywhere from 1 to 12, 1 to 15, 1 to 20, 1 to 25. I think Texas even has 1 to 26. It's crazy. And this one's another very, very important one. I want to spend a moment on this, my friends. Approved physical types of contact with students and coaches. This is one that you need to demonstrate. So put that in your notes that you have to demonstrate this. Handshakes, high fives, fist bumps. Those are cool. Mm-hmm. Tapping a kid on the shoulder. That's fine. However, do we grab their arm?
Nope.
Do we grab their throat?
No. Oh my gosh.
Do we grab their clothing?
Nope. None of that.
Do we hug them?
No. And listen, I love kids. We would not be teaching the system if we didn't love kids and their innocence. You are going to have kindergarten, first grade, second grade students that they're not going to understand those boundaries, and you don't want to make them feel bad. So when you do have a child, and it is predictable that they are going to come in and try to give you a hug.
Teach them.
You've got to teach them, but don't
just stiff arm. Stiff arm a kid like you're about to jump into the end zone
so much. So don't do that. You can, just, do the little side twist thing, a little, pat on the back and hey, guy, just remember, when we're here, we do fist bumps, high fives, you're so awesome.
Let's practice it.
Yeah. Give them that reminder that they are awesome and how much you think that they are just so special, and give them that high five, have them practice it, but don't you're going to crush that kid. They're probably going to cry.
Yeah. Teach the kiddos. There's another great resource that you guys can review. It's called the First Day Blueprint. And if you go to successteamcourses.com, you should have the course that's titled the After School Program First Day Blueprint. Now, even though it's in the context of the after school program, what's cool about it is you get to watch us literally talk to about 100 kids on day one of an after school program. Half of them don't even know who we are. Mm-hmm. And we set the tone for the entire season. So watch that course, look at how we teach, what we say to the kids, how we empower them. There's also a couple times that we have to discipline kids that we just met.
Yep.
There's a way to do it, right? So keep in mind.
Mark Myers, great job. Saved your seats for the advanced course. Good job.
I already said that.
Oh, well, I'm acknowledging it again because it just popped up on my phone.
I love it. Cell phone policy. Coaches don't need cell phones on shift. They can keep them put away. The director, however, will have a cell phone. Lunch breaks. You know, we talk about this a lot in the course, but we don't share food and we don't accept food. There was this happened to us and then it happened to a couple members, and we really have to teach this. If little Johnny offers you a cookie, politely say no, even if you really want it. I can't even tell you how many times that kids have gone home and they'll be like, Coach Duane or Coach Super Chris ate my whole lunch.
The whole thing, and I was starving
he ate all my
day.
food.
And they're going to have some, like, freaked out parent. And think about it. If your kid comes home and they go, this coach stole and ate my whole, like, as a parent, you are going to freak out, right?
You're like, bro, I had one of your goldfish crackers.
I had 1 carrot. I ate 1 carrot.
I didn't eat your whole lunch.
So anyways, it's a policy. There is no sharing of food, no donating it to a coach, or even like friends, you encourage the kids don't share their food also because of that reason, but also because of allergies. A lot of people have allergies. So
that's the biggest reason, honestly.
Yes.
Smoking policy. I mean, if we even have to go into this, you've hired the wrong people. So look, I love everybody. And I know that some of us have addictions and that we're trying to overcome things. There's no smoking on property, not even in your car, not even a vape. It doesn't belong. Okay. If we're trying to be the best, let's make a commitment to allowing our body to stay healthy. Please, 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 please. All the other stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Make sure that, because this is a sports camp, you don't want a bunch of facial piercings. Keep it simple with the earrings. Keep it simple with the jewelry. It's all in there. Another thing, too, this one's really important. This is where it gives you that opportunity to remind the coaches to actually be coachable themselves. So it says, XYZ School is here to support your personal and professional growth. We ask that you are coachable and open to receiving constructive criticism and advice that can help you perform your job more efficiently. That is really, really important because we want to create that culture, like I said earlier, of the 1% improvements. Have them sign it, have them print it. You can go through all these things. You guys have access to it. We're not going to spend any more time on it, but make sure that you print this off and that you have it stapled and ready to rock for every single coach that is in that training, including the LITs, because remember, those LITs are going to be some of your best employees that you're ever going to have because they were in your program, they volunteered for your program, and then they were old enough to be hired for your program. So that's going to be just a game changer.
Yep.